Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Ultimate TV for the final time tonight. It is now time for the Australian New Zealand official strength to field series, and this time it is the Midgets, the speed cars, known here in the land down under, and across the little ditch. Week number 2 at Linear National Speedway. We take a look at the track information right now, 0.33 of a mile, as practice getting set to come to a close here. And then of course we'll do the same thing as what we've done previously. We'll go into qualifying, and then of course we'll go into the heat races tonight. For the midgets, we have got 17 cars in the server. It should be a good night of racing. As the practice session comes to a close, it is now time to go through and have a look at the cars for qualifying. Here we go, one of the first cars in car number 16, Ludwig Desmarais, or Desmarais. Last week's feature winner in car number 3, Dean Thrower. I love this number in car number 5. It is James Rice. Desmarais, maybe we'll go with that one. Desmarais in the 16s, 14.649. Rice with a 14.676. John Schultz, 14.442. John Schultz, top of the speed charts. David Sanford. James Rice, quick time with a 14.385. Last week's feature winner in car number 3, Dean Thrower, position number 1, quick time with a 14.281. Sanford P4, Davison P5. Alan Tacken in the TTR Momo number 4 entry. 11th quick, 14.662 on lap number 1. Will be a lot faster here on lap number 2. Alan Tacken in car number 4. We'll see what kind of lap time he can put down. Position 6, a 14.444. Brett Junior Morris, 4th quick with a 14.430. Your winner in the Pro Late Models. Second lap for Morris, going to be a little slow with a 14.5. In car number 1, Tim Ryan. Lap 1 for Tim Ryan, no time, contact with the wall. In fact, this might be his first lap right now. Tim Ryan with a 14.958. That is 17th quick. At the bottom of the charts, he'll look to go from bottom to the top. We'll see what he can do here on lap number 2 with a 14.232. Quick time for Tim Ryan. And that will throw us straight into tonight's opening heat race of the night. And without further ado, let's go and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 1, tonight's fastest qualifier, Tim Ryan. On the outside of the front row in car number 5, it's James Rice. Inside row 2, starting position 3, car number 7 of Doug Buzzard. And to his outside in car number 9, John Schultz will start position number 4. Starting position 5 in car number 14, David Sanford. Starting position 6, 17 of Hayden Veld. Your 7th starter in car number 8, it's going to be Clint Smith lining up alongside the 15 of Matt Reed. And your final starter in car number 11 lining up out of position number 9 on the grid, Robert McLeod. That's been a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. The Australian New Zealand official strength to field midgets, week number 2 at Lanier National Speedway. Of course, we're going to be doing this over the next 10 or 11 weeks, all the way up right up until the end of the season. In fact, next week being the 28th of December, we're going to be taking that week off. So the strength of field, obviously that will still run each and every week, but as far as broadcast wise, we're going to be taking that week off. Here we go, green flag getting set to go. Tim Ryan along with James Rice on the front row. We are green in the midgets. Right on the outside into turn number 3 and 4, running right through the middle of the racetrack. Tim Ryan caught the inside wall, 360. That puts James Rice to the lead. Second going to be the 7 car of Doug Buzzard. Ricey leads down the back straight away, trying to shut the door into turn number 3 and 4. Buzzard down low. Rice through the middle of the racetrack. He's got the run. No, Buzzard picks up the race lead by 0.066 of a second in turns 1 and 2. Third is David Sanford. Then we go back to John Schultz battling with Veld and Clint Smith. Great battle going on between Schultz and Veld. Just in front of them, Sanford just behind them. In cut 8, Clint Smith. You go back to Matt Reed, Robin McLeod and Tim Ryan. Ricey now looking for the lead down off of turn number 4 on the inside. Halfway home, 4 down, 4 to go. Can Buzzard hang on to start pole for tonight's main event? Drifts up a little in turns 3 and 4, leaves the door open for James Rice. Side by side down the front straightaway. Buzzard's going to shut the door into turn number 1 and 2. Rice is going to stick the nose back in front. No, Buzzard hangs on. Buzzard going to close that line going down into turn number 3 and 4. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go. Buzzard, as he comes off at turn number 4, this time by, I wouldn't say a comfortable lead, but a lead that is well sufficient enough to where there shouldn't be any pressure from the 5 of James Rice, as long as Buzzard can get these final 2 corners in with no dramas. He will do that. Oh no, Rice collects the left rear. He parks it in front of the field. And just like Tim Ryan, turn 3 and 4 is going to be his nightmare. There's your results on screen. Buzzard, Sanford, Veld, Schultz, Smith, Reed, McLeod, Rice and Ryan. He would be pissed right now. Heat number 2. Let's go and take a look at your Wicked Cushions starting grid. Heat 2 lineup looks like this. Starting on pole, week number 1 winner of the Strength of Field official midgets last week in car number 3, Dean Thrower will start on pole. To his outside, tonight's 360 main event winner from the Eldora Speedway, car number 2 of Lewis Hewitt will start position number 2. Starting position number 3, your Pro Late Model winner from tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park in car number 6, Brett Jr. Morris. Starting position 4, he struggled to find any sort of victory lane at the moment. I kid, it's Alan Tacken who will start position 4 in car number 4. Starting position 5 will be the 10 of Brayton Davison, Danny Vassell 6. Ludwig Desmarius in 7th in car 16. And Bruce Smith in car 12 will start position number 8. That's been a look at top to bottom at your Wicked Cushion starting grid for heat number 2. Another 8 laps on the board. Yes, Roger, there are a few South Aussies racing this tonight. Lewis Hewitt, one of them, James Rice as well. Glenn Ince is not, nor is Jacob Childs or Todd Hobson. Dean Thrower with an F. And once again, I kid. Dean Thrower, car number 3. Going to start this one. Green flag is out. Hewitt tried to go early, as did Tacken in the 4 on the outside. So that's going to put the 6 of Brett Junior Morris up into position number 2. Slider from, I think that's Davison on Tacken. There's contact. Tacken upside down. Davison, while making a move that might not have been there at the start, ends up 2 cars around. Thrower, your race leader from Morris and Hewitt in 3rd. Smith up to position number 4. Three laps complete, 5 to run. Thrower, Morris, run down the bottom of turn number 3 and 4. Track may just start to widen out just a little bit. We'll see where the line will be. That's your race leader, then Thrower out in front. Morris still hanging on to position number 2. 4/10 of a second separating the pair. Both drivers representing the TTR team. Hey, anyone can race. These are, David, these are just official races. Anyone's open to do them. They're just the official iRacing news. Yeah, Sparks on you, boys. You might need to turn it up because there's definitely sound coming through, or unmute. Tap to unmute. White flag out right now for Dean Thrower. 3/8 of a mile left in distance in heat race number 2. 1 and 2 is good from Thrower in the nut rad car number 3. Down low into 3 and 4. Morris tries the top side in 3 and 4. Dean Thrower gets the win. Good job. He will start on the outside of the front row. Junior Morris home in 2nd. Hewitt, Smith, Desmarias, Vassell, Davison and Tacken were your 8 cars in heat race number 2. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushions starting grid for tonight's B main. Five cars in tonight's B main. The top 4 will go through. Starting on pole in car number 11, Robert McLeod. To his outside in car number 10, Brayton Davison. James Rice in car number 5 will start position number 3. Starting position number 4 in car number 4, Alan Tacken. And your final starter in car number 1, starting position 5, it'll be Tim Ryan. 10 laps the distance here in this B main. The Australian New Zealand Strength to Field official Midgets series, the iRacing Dirt Cup Midgets. Well, don't count out Tim Ryan or Alan Tacken either. Maybe Brayton Davison will get the win on the outside of the front row. Or who knows, we might see a Robert McLeod upset victory here. Top 4 going through. Here we go, 10 laps of distance. McLeod gets on the gas. Rice sneaking up the inside of 2nd place, Brayton Davison, as we go into 1 and 2. Davison works the outside of the racetrack. Going to fall back to position number 3. Driver's been very cautious here, knowing that the top 4 will go through. One of these drivers is going to miss out on the main event. Davison works to the outside. Look at Rice sneaking up the inside, challenging for the race lead. McLeod through the middle of 3 and 4. Ryan and Tacken almost had contact going into turn number 3. Davison, Rice split. McLeod inside, outside. Now the drivers race side by side up for turn number 2. And your race is for the lead. Down into 3 and 4. Davison in car number 10 on the top side. Rice down low, gets a little tight. Alan Tacken moving into position 3. Tim Ryan on the outside looking in, but still 6.5 to go. I expect the 1 car to maybe get by the 11 car of Robert McLeod. He looks to do so. McLeod into the wall and upside down. There goes McLeod. And there is your top 4 going through. Rice continuing to work the bottom of the racetrack through 3 and 4. Davison tags the wall, comes down the racetrack, goes to the middle in 1 and 2. Ryan trying to get by the 4 car of Alan Tack, and there's your battle for 3rd and 4th on screen, halfway home. Back past there now, 6 down, 4 to go. I'll get the track info up in a second, guys. Hold up. We'll finish this one. Ryan moves to position 3. Top 16 into the main event tonight. Here we go. Look at this. Nearly 3 wide. Davison into the wall, upside down. He's going to finish 4th. So there is your top 3 on screen. James Rice, your race leader. Tim Ryan and Alan Tacken. 8 complete to the run. So the Midgets getting the most participation here tonight, and well, they're certainly not short of putting on a show. No shorties right now into 3 and 4. Ryan went for the big slider, but Ricey was committed to running the bottom side as he's done. James Rice with the win. In the B main, Tim Ryan 2nd, Brayton Davison, sorry, Alan Tacken 3rd, Brayton Davison home in 4th. Those 4 drivers moving on. Robert McLeod, unfortunately, that is going to be his night over. Well done to your winner there, James Rice. And now it is time for tonight's 30 lap main event, 16 cars. And of course, let's go and take a look at your Wicked Cushion starting grid. Starting on pole in car number 7, Doug Buzzard. To his outside, car number 3 of Dean Thrower. Starting position 3, the 14 of David Sanford. He lines up alongside his Kiwi buddy in car number 6. Starting position 4, Brett Junior Morris. Row 3 on the inside, the 17 of Hayden Veld. He lines up alongside car number 2. Starting position 6, Lewis Hewitt. Starting position 7, car number 9 of John Schultz. Starting position 8, the 12 of Bruce Smith. Starting position 9, the 8 of Clint Smith. Starting position 10, the 16 of Ludwig Desmarius. Matt Reed in car 15 will start position 11. Alongside him in car 13, Danny Vassell. And then we go to your B main winner in car number 5, starting position 13, James Rice. Tim Ryan in the 1 will start position 14. Alan Tacken in car number 4 will start position 15 alongside Brayton Davison in car number 10, starting position number 16. That's been a look at top to bottom of your Wicked Cushion starting grid for tonight's main event. There is the track information. 0.33 of a mile equals to just a little over half a kilometre. Pace truck in this time. Buzzard, Thrower, Sanford, Morris. Here we go, 30 on the board. Let's get dirty for 30. Here at Linear National Speedway, we are green. The 12 delivering wheels, they're picking up the left front. Oh, we got a car upside down. That's the 16 of Ludwig Desmarius. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Take a look here, keep an eye on the 16 on the outside of row number 5. A little hit from behind by Tim Ryan there. Of course, you see the contact there with Smith and the 16 car. He just got off the gas. Tim Ryan not anticipating him to get off the gas, and unfortunately give him a little bit of a shunt from behind. So back live here at Lanier, the lights out on the pace truck this time by. The drivers will double up. In fact, no, they will not. They will start single file restart. Green flag set to wave. Buzzard, thrower, Sanford, your top three. In fact, Buzzard, thrower, Morris, then Sanford. Morris and Sanford side by side. There's your other for third. And immediately the yellow flag comes back out. This time it's the 10 of Brayton Davison. Let's take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Big thanks to Wicked Cushion. So they were spread out just a little bit. He gets on the gas and gets tagged from behind by the one car of Tim Ryan again. So the light's still flashing. Back-to-back cautions here at Lanier National Speedway. Lights out on the pace track this time by. We're going to have 9 laps complete, 21 to go. If you're running white, change it from yellow to green. Of course, that is to coincide with the iRacing lights. Just makes it a little bit easier for not only myself. In fact, the lights are on the pace truck about now. So we'll make that 10 laps complete when they jump on the gas this time by. So maybe a bit of a delayed restart in that one. So 1/3 of the race distance complete. We are live on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. Here we go. Buzzard, thrower and Morris. Green flag back out here at Lanier. We'll see if we can get a couple of laps in. It would be nice to finish the rest of the 20 flag laps under the green flag conditions. Here we go. Thrower. Really just shy of 3/10 of a second away from your race lead. We try and look through the field. We've got a 3-wide battle. The 17 car, Hayden Veld, stuck in a great battle there with John Schultz and Bruce Smith. Brayton Davison going back to pit road. Sanford got pressure by Hill. Here comes Thrower through the middle of 3 and 4. Looking to go back to back. Morris riding in third, but Doug Buzzard, your race leader, leads by a car length, maybe even less than that, 3/4 of a car length. The 3 is all over him. Now look at the 6 of Morris. Morris picks up position 2 on the bottom side. Buzzard through the middle, leaves the top side open. Slide job from Morris. Oh, yellow is out. Just as this 3-wide battle was heating up. No idea where that might have came from. Let's go to our sky cam and try and take a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Here it is, we found it. Matt Reed in car number 15. We have a look at your Wicked Cushion instant replay. Just a little twigger entering the corner, hits the inside wall. Does a 360 as the back half of the field was coming through. So back to live pitches. Matt Reed brings out caution number 3 of the night. Lights are definitely out this time by. What a battle we were having. We were just about to encounter what could have been potentially the greatest battle that you would have ever seen. Doug Buzzard, Brett Junior Morris, Dean Thrower, top 3. Morris put the slider on this time. Single file again. Here we go. Back to racing in tonight's A main. A lot of the drivers go straight to the top side in turns 1 and 2. Buzzard leaving the top side open for Morris to have a bit of a play around with. Sanford trying to put the mirrors on Hewitt. Here comes Morris with a slide job into 1 and 2. Buzzard with a nice crossover. Morris and Thrower both go to the bottom. 3/4 of the way up the racetrack is Doug Buzzard. Yellow is out. Morris may have had the lead there. Danny Vassell in the 13 and Matt Green in the 15. Let's take a look at the wicket push and instant replay. So Matt Reed, an innocent party in this one. We'll take a look and what caused the 13 car to go around. Just caught the left rear. I believe the 17 of Hayden Veld as they went into turn number 3 and 4. Matt Reed coming through had nowhere to go. Tim Ryan luckily to avoid that one again. So caution number 4 back live here at Lanier. Yeah, it's been some good racing. Some great racing up front between your top 3, Brett Junior Morris, Doug Buzzard and Dean Thrower. Lights are out. 23 complete this time by. 7 laps to go. Pace truck is in. Morris going to go a little early right now. Green flag is out. When we get to 4 laps left, that is the point of no return. If a caution comes out, it'll end under yellow, unfortunately, but we'll see if we can get these final 7 in. And what? That is going to set us up for a green-white checker, most likely. Let's take a look at your wicket cushion instant replay. '17 car of Hayden Veld. From first look, he looks like he may have just caught the backstretch wall and got tight there. Yeah, just drifted up the racetrack. Hayden Veld, nowhere to go. Got tight there, and then you see him washed straight up to the wall, which you don't really get a lot of time in these cars. Lights are still flashing green, white checker incoming. Once again, I just want to give a shout out to Clint Smith for organising these strength official races. Of course, on a Friday night. They are every week. Of course, next week with a lot of real life racing commitments. They're going to take the week off, but of course you'll still be able to race the official races. It just won't be broadcasted or for points. Here we go, green-white checker incoming. We're back underway. Brett Junior Morris. He has got 2 circuits to go to find back-to-back victories in a Pro Late Model and the Midgets. White flag is out. There will be no more cautions. Here comes Thrower on Buzzard. Morris, 2 turns to go. throw it down low into turn number 3 and 4. He stays down low, side by side off for turn number 4. Brett Junior Morris with the win. Dean Thrower second. TTR 1-2. Third going to go to Doug Buzzard. And let's take a look at your Hazard Media finishing results. Brett Junior Morris gets the win from Dean Thrower. Second. Third was Doug Buzzard. Lewis Hewitt home in fourth. David Sanford rounds out the top 5. Bruce Smith 6th. John Schultz 7th. Alan Tacken from 15th up to position 8. Clint Smith 9th. Matt Reed rounds out the top 10. We have a look over the page. Ludwig Desmarius, Hayden Veld, James Rice, Tim Ryan, Brayton Davison and Danny Vassell, your 16 finishers here in tonight's Midgets Strength of Field. So a couple of cars doing a bit of extra laps with some extra fuel in. Oh, and that will wrap us up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Of course, I want to give a big shout out to everyone that has, well, watched over the last 3 shows. Of course, we had the 360 wing sprint cars at Eldora. That was won by Lewis Hewitt. Then we moved on to the Pro Late Models. Brett Junior Morris picked up the win in that one. And now, of course, the midgets or the speed cars here at Lanier. It was won by Brett Junior Morris. He goes 2 for 2 on the night, and he goes back-to-back TTR at the moment. They've picked up round number 1 and round number 2, so certainly showing some strong competition on the dirt side of things. So well done to Team TTR. They go 2 for 2 in the Midget Series. Of course, big thanks to our sponsors here at Ultimate Dirt TV, Wicked Cushion, Simworks Performance, BK Designs, Hazard Media, and World of Thunder iRacing League. Check them out on their social media pages. Give them a like, give them a follow while you're there. Of course, if you're watching on our Twitch channel, don't forget to hit the follow button and make sure the get notifications bell is on. Same goes to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up on the video as well. And make sure the get notifications tab is on to be notified of when we are live. We're live multiple times throughout the week, during the day, throughout the week, and then of course at night as well. And if you're watching on our Facebook page, thank you very much as well for tuning in here this evening. Hit the like and follow button, share it out to all your friends and family while you're there, and show us some support here as you guys have done so throughout the year. That will be our, I believe that might be our last broadcast up until, I think we might be taking a week off, just depending on what American leagues we have coming up. We might be live on the Monday the 24th, so if we're not, have a Merry Christmas, stay safe, leave the speeding to the game or at the racetrack, and go and enjoy your family, enjoy some time with your loved ones as well. On behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV, it's Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night. We will see you next time. Have a Merry Christmas.